All right, this is my little Suzuki Sierra. It's a 97. Got a fiberglass canopy. And the goal of today is to put roof racks on it. So I haven't seen many videos of people doing this themselves on a fiberglass canopy. Gonna give it a crack, see how we go. So it's mounted down to the frame here with these brackets. Only really 4 bolts holding it in. It's got a seal the whole way around. And the front is held down with these clips. This is all custom stuff done years ago, but yeah, got these post mounts, aluminium bars, the roof cage. The plan is to bolt through and then have a flat plate on the other side. I'm going to use this offcut here on the other side and then give it some more support, hopefully. And just some solid bolts, silicon. See what happens. So this end piece, it was like that. I've cut that off. Going to flip these, bigger plate on the bottom, and then this will come around and go underneath, just to act as a massive washer, basically. Done a bit more grinding and cleaning up. So these are going to bolt through into this pipe. Should be interesting trying to get the little nut in there in the right spot, especially these ones because these are further in, but I'm liking the way that it's sitting at the moment. A little bit of a lean forwards, but that's all right. Got these brackets grinded to the shape that I want. This is just a primer underneath, and then we're going to do black spray paint. It's been a bit fiddly getting these bolts in, but I've worked out I can slide that little plate that I'm using as a washer with the bolts standing up in it, and then they just drop in through the holes, get the screws on, and I can get my spanner down there enough to hold them while I tighten it. So number 2. Okay, got all the nuts and bolts in. They're in position. I'm just going to mark up the holes here and do the fun part of drilling holes in my roof. They're pretty solid, eh? They'll get a final black coat, but I want to drill these holes now and make some moves. Right, holes drilled. All the bolts are in. Got the bracket on the bottom. I'll end up cutting the bolts a bit shorter, but probably be a bit deadly if I didn't. There are a couple of little creaks and cracks when I first got them in, but I think it was, well, obviously the roof in certain spots, but nothing major, nothing noticeable. Gotta go get some white silicon or clear silicon. I've only got black stuff and I think I'm just gonna leave these white and then keep this black. Put the cage on, doing a quick weights test. Pretty solid. Right, all finished, besides another touch up of paint. Got little caps in the end. It was whistling pretty loud when I took it for a drive without them. Siliconed all around, silicon in the holes where the bolts are, then put the bolts through. Yeah. Give it probably a good 24 hours for the silicon to dry and then see how it goes. First thing I'm doing is putting a surfboard on the roof and going to the beach. But for the tools I had, the things I bought, pretty stoked with how it turned out for a Bunnings roof rack setup.